If you've ever watched The Amazing World of Gumball, then you already know the show is packed with hilarious and completely weird characters. But among them all, there's one in particular who's never going to make you laugh, and the reason why is seriously creepy. He doesn't want to see anyone happy. Do you know who he is and where he came from? This character's real pleasure comes from watching sadness, chaos, and despair take over everyone around him. Even though The Amazing World of Gumball is one of the wildest and funniest cartoons ever made, the truth is that it also has a bunch of dark moments, strange figures, and some downright disturbing characters. Take Mrs. Robinson, for example. She's basically a full-on psychopath who gets a kick out of being cruel to everyone around her, just because it makes her happy. Then there's the mysterious Van Guy, who drives around with a bunch of creepy artifacts in his vehicle, capable of doing both good and really bad things. He doesn't even have a physical body. He's literally just a walking shadow cloud with two freaky eyes. And let's not forget Mononise, that eerie character who turned into an urban legend. He has hollow eyes and a frozen stare. Even though he was removed from the show, he still randomly pops up in a few episodes, like he refuses to disappear. But above all of them, there's one character who takes things to another level of creepy and can scare the life out of anyone watching. He's a mysterious being that shows up during the weirdest, saddest moments of the show. We're talking about the clown, the creepiest character in the entire Gumball universe. To really understand this thing that's practically a dark entity, we went deep and dug into every single time the clown showed up in the series and what exactly he was doing, even the little moments that most people completely missed. And the scariest part is realizing how this character seems to be directly tied to every painful, sad, and miserable moment that hits Elmore. So let's take a look together right now. Have you ever had that weird feeling, like a chill down your spine, as if someone was watching you, even when you're completely alone? Well, maybe it wasn't just your imagination. Maybe it was him. One of the freakiest things revealed in the episode The Curse of Elmore is that the clown isn't just some creepy background extra. He's way more than that. This character seems to have a supernatural origin. He has this kind of presence that slips between places and time, almost like a ghost that's always lurking, always watching. You know those paintings hanging on walls at school or at home? Yeah, he can show up in those too. He literally appears and vanishes like he's got the power to bend time and space. And the worst part, he only shows up when something bad is about to happen, or already happening. Like that one day when Leslie was suffering from this unbearable pain. There he was, standing there, just watching her from a distance, with that spine-chilling stare, like he was enjoying her pain. That's exactly what this shadowy being feeds on: pain, suffering, and misery. But unlike other monsters that literally eat kids after scaring them, the clown from Elmore seems to prefer just silently watching. But the episode where things start to get really creepy is when Leslie and Alan stumble upon an old VHS tape with no idea where it came from or what was on it. Out of nowhere, a pitch-black figure, straight out of something like The Ring, crawls out of a well and drags them toward a TV. And what they see on that screen is bone-chilling. A series of old scenes from the show, where the clown shows up in the background during tragic and desperate moments. By the end of the episode, when it finally seems like everything is explained, Tobias reveals that he was behind it all. He had put on a clown mask and was just trying to prank his friends, filming their reactions to post online later. But there's one key detail nobody paid attention to, and that's where the real horror of this story comes in. That tape Tobias used, it was real. It wasn't just some random video he edited on his phone or downloaded off the internet. Leslie, for example, barely even knew what a VHS tape was. This new generation of kids has probably never even seen one in real life. And Tobias, he likely had no clue how to use one either. Which brings up a huge question. Where did that tape even come from? Did he just randomly find it? Did someone give it to him? Whatever the case may be, there's one thing we can't deny. You can't fake this kind of video on a VHS tape without using equipment that's basically extinct. It's not like editing a clip on your phone or computer. The tape was real, and so was its content. The clown was actually present in all of those scenes shown in the footage. The tape wasn't doctored. It was a real recording of a creature that's always there, watching, always watching. What a lot of people don't know is that the clown in Gumball might actually be inspired by something way darker and more twisted. We're talking about Pennywise, the terrifying clown created by Stephen King in it. The most obvious similarity between the two is their appearance. Pennywise is known for his classic creepy clown look. Exaggerated makeup, a sinister smile, and eyes that pierce right through you, all crafted to trigger fear. The clown from Gumball has those same massive teeth, exaggerated features, and a freaky expression that feels out of place even in the surreal world of Elmore. But it's not just the look. Both clowns are deeply tied to fear. Pennywise literally feeds off kids' fear and shows up when they're most vulnerable. Gumball's clown, even though he's not explicitly a supernatural being, always appears during moments that scare or unsettle the Wattersons. A great example is the episode The Procrastinators, where Nicole sends the clown to remind the kids about their chores. And just the choice of that messenger makes it clear she wanted to seriously freak them out. Another thing they have in common is the mystery surrounding them. Pennywise is actually a cosmic entity that's thousands of years old, with a true form so alien it can't even be understood. The clown persona is just a disguise to lure kids in. His real essence is way more terrifying. Likewise, Gumball's clown doesn't have a name, an origin, or even a clear role in the show. He just shows up, always for some weird reason, and his presence is never explained. On top of that, both clowns are closely connected to kids. Pennywise targets children, luring them in with promises, toys, or carnival-style tricks. And Gumball's clown also only interacts with the kids on the show, either as a messenger delivering letters or as a so-called party entertainer, like when he shows up at a party hosted by Alan's parents. It's pretty clear that the two characters are similar enough that they could practically be the same person. But that's not even the scariest part. Before we dive even deeper into this twisted investigation, if you're not shaking in fear already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our next videos. Right now, after everything you've heard, you might be wondering, wait, but I watched those episodes and didn't see the clown in any of the scenes from that weird tape. And you know what? You're right. Officially, the clown only shows up in 7 episodes of The Amazing World of Gumball. But here's the creepy part. Almost every one of those episodes has this eerie vibe, like they belong in a horror cartoon, the kind that gives you goosebumps just thinking about it. Take the procrastinators from Season 3, for example. Gumball and Darwin's mom, Nicole, wants to remind her kids to take the trash out, in the scariest way possible. So what does she do? She sends the most bizarre and terrifying clown in the whole show to deliver the message. That's right, the goal is to freak the boys out, and it totally works. Then there's this super creepy moment when Gumball decides to try and make Alan, yes, that kind and gentle green balloon, lose his temper. And he does something completely insane. He sells his own parents to a party entertainer. And guess who the entertainer is? Yep, the clown. Like, seriously, think about it. What kind of person would buy living balloons just to twist, pop, and crush them for fun? That's definitely not someone with a kind heart. Now, the most chilling and bizarre appearance, in my opinion, happens in the episode The Heart. Gumball and Darwin are walking through the streets at night when creepy shadows start to show up, one after the other, each one scarier than the last. Among those hooded figures, there's one with a hollow, evil stare, and even before the reveal, you can tell it's the clown. Look closely at that shadow. Those eyes feel like they're staring straight into your soul. It's heavy, truly unsettling. And right after that, when Mr. Robinson says he found followers for the boys, guess who shows up? The clown. And the place? A sewer. Exactly like the opening scene from the movie It, when Pennywise appears in the sewer and, well, you know what happens to Georgie. All signs point to the clown being some kind of evil entity that lives in Elmore, pretending to be just a regular party entertainer. But in reality, he's getting close to the town's kids, his favorite targets, so he can feed on their pain and fear. Now back to that creepy tape. Yes, he does appear in the episodes shown on the tape, but if you go back and watch those episodes yourself, chances are you won't see the clown at all. That's because he seems to have the power to hide and reveal himself at will. Just like Pennywise, Gumball's clown seems able to step out of pictures, paintings, tapes, even from films. He shows up and vanishes whenever he wants, messing with reality and playing mind games with whoever's watching. And here's the craziest part. In the show, that tape is real. You can tell because it feels like the footage was captured by him, like he recorded it himself. And even worse, it seems like he did it on purpose. It's as if he edited the tape so people would watch it, get scared, and then he could feed off their reactions. This isn't just a prank, it's a curse. A curse that keeps the clown tied to Elmore, where he'll keep watching. Forever. He sees everything. And more than that, he sees you. Right now, at this very moment, he might be watching you through the screen trying to figure out what scares you the most, what makes you weak, what causes you pain. That's the clown from The Amazing World of Gumball, the one character who'll never try to make you laugh. Able to give anyone the chills just by showing up, the clown is hands down the scariest character in all of Elmore. And what makes him even more terrifying is the mystery around him and those disturbing moments when he shows up from the shadows, or worse, from nowhere. In pretty much every heavy and emotional scene in the show, he's there, hidden in some corner, watching everything, and no one ever noticed. Until the episode The Curse of Elmore, where it all became way more obvious. That episode shows exactly how the clown always shows up in the worst moments, almost like he's feeding off other people's suffering. And that's exactly what he seems to do. Absorb all the bad things that happen to the people in town, and that includes the Watterson family themselves. This is by far the creepiest, most mysterious character in The Amazing World of Gumball. Always around, always close, always watching from some dark corner. So if you're feeling like someone's watching you right now, maybe you're not totally wrong. But hey, don't freak out just yet. There's a quick way to shake that feeling. Just stick around with us. Watch another video, chill out, have some fun, and ignore that chill that just ran down your spine. We've picked out 2 more videos on the side for you to keep having fun. Pick one and let's jump to the next.